A few weeks ago I reviewed a military-inspired chronograph from Baltany, and it was a really well put together timepiece. I like Baltany's minimalistic design approach and good attention to detail, so naturally I offered to review another watch from their collection, and this time I wanted it to be a robust automatic mechanical watch, and they sent me this. Hello and welcome back. Apparently there are some viewers who keep on watching my reviews but still not subscribed. Well, this is probably the best time to rectify this dramatic oversight. It only takes one click. Right, you probably noticed a pop-up at the start of this video. I don't have to send this Baltany watch back, so technically this video is sponsored by them. And if you want to check this watch listing for yourself or keen to explore the rest of Baltany collection, I will of course include an appropriate links in the description of this video. Right, packaging. Well, I like the cases that Baltany uses to pack their watches. It is not over the top, large enough to accommodate the watch and the paperwork, and yet compact enough to be used as a travel case. And before we move from packaging to more exciting features of this watch, it's worth noting that Baltany included a useful tool for strap changing. Nice touch. So, in regards to dimensions, we have 38.9mm case diameter, case height is 12mm exactly as I measured it on this watch, and we have 20mm lugs. And lug-to-lug distance is 46.7mm, very well proportioned timepiece. And on the supplied leather strap, this watch weighs 76 grams. The supplied leather strap should cover up to 8¼ inch or 21cm in circumference wrists, and if you need a longer strap with 20mm lugs, we can easily find one. I will show how this watch wears on a 7-inch and 6¼ inch wrist later in this video. Movement. And we have a Seiko NH35 movement powering this watch. A good design decision in my opinion. It is a robust and reliable Japanese movement. It beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour, it has 41 hours of power reserve, and it is hackable. That is, the second hand will stop when we adjust the time. And it features a date complication, so pretty much ticking all the boxes for a robust and dependable field watch. So probably the first thing you will notice about this watch is the dial. We have this somewhat complex play of 3 circles with sunburst texture, center circle that has branding and 24-hour track printed on it, then the second circle with 1 to 12 Arabic hour markers, and then the third one, the thinnest circle on the perimeter of the dial that has a minute chaptering printed on it. And as we turn the watch, we get this very interesting sunburst chessboard-like pattern. So yes, a very well-designed dial, somewhat reminiscent of a popular Hamilton khaki watch, however with a little bit different dial background finish and of course different type of hands and date window. This watch comes in 2 colorways, black and blue. I like this deep blue color. As we change the viewing angle, the color shifts from dark, rich navy blue to almost black. The date window is color matched to the dial. Okay, almost color matched. The date background is black rather than blue, but I think it still works very well. The date blends into the dial, adding to the dial clean and balanced look. I like the SWAT style handset. The handset are well proportioned and of a good length, and look well finished and elegant. Both minute and hour hands are filled with lume, and metal parts of the hands have a high polished finish and bounce the light really well, the same as the second hand. And of course, a bright red tip of the second hand gives a nice splash of color on this mostly black and white, or rather blue and white dial. We have a very decent lume application here. According to Baltany, they used BGW9 Swiss Superluminova lume. The lume glows pretty well, however, as I speed up the time-lapse, we can see that it is not the most long-lasting. So, not a diver-level lume, however, plenty sufficient for a field watch. Crystal. Well, if Baltany has a secret sauce, that secret sauce must be hidden in this sapphire crystal. The crystal is ever so slightly domed, it is a double dome sapphire crystal and it has a clear anti-reflective coating. And it is very clear indeed. Maybe the dark contrasted dial helps to further accentuate the clarity of the crystal, however my previous Baltany watch had a different dial and yet the crystal clarity was still outstanding. Case. The case is constructed from 316L stainless steel. It is pretty much fully brushed, which doesn't sound very exciting. However, because the transitions between various components of the case are well defined, the result is an interesting and somewhat even sophisticated minimalistic aesthetics, which I like. We have longitudinal brushing on the flanks of the case and a circular brushing on the fixed bezel. The quality of the finishing is good and transitions between the facets are crisp and yet nice and smooth, so there are no rough or sharp edges. There is also a vertical brushing on the case between the lugs. The lugs are nicely sculpted and bending down, so the strap can easily drape and comfortably wrap around the wrist. The back of the case has a circular brushing, and I like a fairly flat profile of the case back, allowing for a further, more comfortable flat wrist fit. The back case is screwed down, which is good, definitely will help with the water resistance. We also have a screw-down crown, and following the military aesthetics of this watch, there are no crown guards. The crown is well proportioned and has a good comfortable grip, and, in theory, can be operated while wearing gloves. I like the circular brushing on the crown. Okay, I would prefer a signed crown, but more about it in a moment when we get to the summary section of this video. And with the screw-down crown and a screw-on back case, we have declared 100 meters of water resistance, which should be okay even for swimming. Perfect for a versatile military-style watch. The supplied leather strap is of a very decent quality. It is pliable, so there are pretty much no need to break it in. It is also sealed on the sides, which should help with water resistance. However, being made out of leather, I'm not sure if it is suitable to be fully submerged in the water for a long time. So if you intend to swim in this watch, I would put it on a rubber or nylon strap or something more suitable for water environment. Continuing a minimalistic, no-frills approach, we have a simple buckle here. The buckle has a very similar finish to the case of this watch, a nice longitudinal brushing, which is good. The buckle is not signed though, which seemed to be a theme throughout this watch. And here is this watch on my about 7-inch wrist. And also, here is this watch on 6¼ wrist. Price. And before we get to the verdict and discuss what possibly could have been done better on this watch, let's briefly talk about the price. This watch is available for around $160, and there are ways of knocking about 10% off that price, either by using introductory discount on Baltany website or by using discount codes if you are buying it from AliExpress. $160 seem to be kind of sweet spot for most Baltany watches, which is quite competitive for a micro brand that delivers good consistent quality and designs. Okay, maybe not all the designs are super original, however, even with homages, Baltany does put their own spin on the final product, like we see here on this field watch. Verdict. Okay, so praises all around, a perfect field watch. Well, pretty close, actually. However, there is one detail that I think would make this very good watch even better. I am talking about more elaborate branding. Yes, I think Baltany is missing an opportunity to display their creativity by not assigning the crown, no buckle, and leaving the case back sterile too. It is possible that just assigning the crown might attract more buyers. Or, on the other hand, maybe adding all that branding will take away from the minimalistic aesthetics of this very purposeful tool watch. What do you think? Please do let us know in the comments. And if you find this review helpful, do hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and set that notification bell. And also don't forget to check my other reviews, and I'll of course put the links on the screen. And as always, thank you for watching, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.